Hey, welcome back to the channel, and this is my review of Georgia versus Australia. So I was very excited for this game. I backed Georgia to go pretty far in this competition, and I was very interested in seeing how Eddie Jones's new look Australian team would do in the World Cup, and didn't disappoint. So from the kickoff, Australia are all over the Georgians, and some powerful play up front, and they get over almost straight away for the try. And the best possible start for Australia. Georgia respond quickly and go back down the other end, get a penalty, and put it over, and it's 5-3 now to Australia. So yeah, it's a dynamic start, and it's looking good. So what I've been waiting for, the first scrum of the match, and Georgian team are notorious for having a very powerful scrum, and I'm interested to see how the Australian team go against them, and throughout the match they do really well actually, and they not just parity, but they actually get a little bit of an advantage in the scrum. So well done to the Australians again. Every question that was asked, they answered really well. So Georgia kick kind of recklessly to the Australians, and they're really good in the counter attack, and Coram Betty shows his absolute class and just runs through the middle of the Georgian defence. The ball goes out wide to the other winger, whose name I'm not going to try and pronounce, but he's a fantastic player. And he gets over in the corner, and simple stuff for Australia. And now they're 2 scores, 2 tries ahead. So it's what a fantastic start for Australia. So it's 12-3 to Australia, and Georgia conceded another penalty. And Donaldson, he's found his kicking boots now. He's after those couple of tries, and he slots it over, and 15-3, and it's lightning. It's in a blink of an eye, and Australia are already almost out of reach, and it's like 10-15 minutes into the game. So Georgia now have a big ask to get back into this match. Australia stay on the attack, and they almost get over the game. And incredible, really, counter-attacking display from them today, or yesterday. And they get another penalty. They don't get over the tries disallowed, but they come back for a penalty, and they kick it over, and it's 18-3. Huge lead, really, going into the second period of the match. Yes, all Australia at this point. The scrum is pretty even, and the discipline of the Georgians is not great. They cough up another penalty, and McDermott, who looks like a live wire, he's really finding his feet, I think, at number 9. Unfortunately, later in the game, he had to go off because of a head injury, so we'll see how that goes. But he looked fantastic, and Australia put Dickinson, the 15, who Eddie Jones has brought in as like a ringer, as a kicker. He slots it over again, and it's 21-3 to Australia. Great shape from Australia, and they're really using their strike runners well. Coram Betty, Angus Bell, and Hooper look really dangerous with ball in hand. I think Valentini had a little bit of a quieter game than he did last time, but those are great strike runners who can always cross the gain line. So Australia looking very, very, very dangerous. At halftime, it's 21-3 to Australia, and Georgia are going to have to pull something special out to get back into this match. Simple as that. So Georgia come out of the changing rooms with a little bit more purpose, and attack the Australians. And they actually do get over for the try, and in the corner, and it's game on. Finally they've put some phases together, got some possession, and they show what they can do. But is it too little, too late, even at this early stage? At 21-8 to Australia, Georgia are on the attack, and they make a fantastic break from a quickly taken free kick. and unfortunately for them, their player like just flings it wildly, and it's picked up by an Australian player, and they storm down the other end, and Donaldson is over for unbelievably his first ever try for Australia, and I'm sure it won't be his last because he had an absolutely fantastic game. And yeah, that was the kind of broke the back of the Georgians, I think. And yeah, Australia, they're one of the teams you can't make errors like that and expect not to get punished. They're very good at that. So yeah, it's 28-8 now. So yeah, it's pretty much done. So the game is breaking up a little bit now. Fatigue is setting in. The heat is pretty intense over there. And yeah, Australia are looking for that bonus point. That's what they're concerned with now. They're running hard and looking for the last try that they need. An exemplary performance from Skelton. I thought he was immense throughout the game. Such a giant of a man, but obviously a good leader. Very basic. One of the best parts of the game was when he was the camera came in and he was talking in the huddle, and he keeps it really, really simple, you know, for everyone to be able to understand. And I like that. As a leader, he leads by example, and yeah, a great captain, a good choice by Eddie Jones. So Australia squeezed the Georgians up front, which is nice to see for their point of view. And then the ball goes out. Beautiful pass by Gordon and into Donaldson's hands, who's on a good line. And he just easily slices over, and it's a try. And that's a bonus point try. And yeah, great little period of play for Australia. You have to say what an inspired selection and tactics from Eddie Jones. You know, he's had his criticisms. They haven't won a match coming into this, but Georgia were no joke. And the little tinkering that he's done with the team really paid off today. Donaldson gets 2 tries, man of the match. Skelton being named as captain. You know, all of those little things have made a mark, and you have to give credit where credit is due. So well done to Eddie Jones, and well done to the Australian squad, because the game is almost over now. So we enter the last little period of the match, the last 10 minutes or so, and Georgia almost go over finally, doing what they know they can do, but they spill the ball over the line, and it's quite entertaining. The Georgian coach is like smashing tables and desks, and I wouldn't like to be in the changing room after the full-time whistle, but yeah, there we go. Georgia are still making chances, but they just can't execute them. It's a bit of a waste, to be honest, but yeah, they will feel like they didn't play their best in this match, and that's not what you want in your opening game of the World Cup, and they will be extremely disappointed. Australia, on the other hand, will be ecstatic from their performance. Like, Georgia is not a first tier nation, but they're a very strong side, and particularly up front in the scrum and the line out, I think Australia did really well. And Eddie Jones's little changes he made to the team really worked out like perfectly. So yeah, all positives from Australia, I think. And Georgia, yeah, much like Argentina in the England game, they will have to go back to the drawing board a little bit and rethink what they're trying to do in this World Cup. But yeah, entertaining match to watch, some nice tries, and yeah, if you made it this far, thank you very much for listening. Comment, subscribe, etc. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.